Hi, it's Charlotte from the Stitching with the Kids Around and Elisa, my other flash tube name. It is flash tube number 33 and it is the 22nd of February 2023. I'm joined by my co-host, which is Toby, who is a lilac oriental Siamese, and he's more like a little stalker, and he's like a bat, and he just loves a cuddle. So I haven't filmed since December, and I was going to do the 24, 25 starts off Christmas. I didn't get that far. I got up to 5 or 6 starts and then I was really poorly. I had a chest infection, which was, how many? It was 4 different infections all in one. So that was completely fun. And it just killed me off to like mid-January, to which I just couldn't film without caffeine. I just didn't have the energy to collect all my WIPs or even talk. And the moments I actually got, I didn't want to film, I wanted to stitch, I'm not going to lie, I just wanted to stitch. And my kids have been keeping me very occupied. So what I've decided is not to do like a WIP Parade. I'm going to talk through plans for this year, because I'm taking part in the Idareyousal, which is hosted by Sarah Marnie of Marnie's Mixed Bags. She also has a website where you can buy like DMC and speciality threads, floss and charts. And the idea is you pick 12 WIPs or a Haeds and page finishes, and then you aim to finish them. So she's already rolled a dice and like, well, not a dice, like a random number generator, and got the numbers, but I'm just working my way through whatever takes my fancy. Then I'm going to take part in WipGo, which I've just put all them WIPs from the Idareyousal and just put 2 off each into it. And then on my free square, I think I put a week on a full coverage. So it's a week on my full coverage, any full coverage, as long as it is a full coverage. So that'll be interesting. Then I am taking part in the daily 30. It's the yearly one where you pick 4 WIPs and then you get a certain amount of stitches that you have to work on it. And he's like, give me attention, give me attention. And then I am doing the Yorkshire roller dice, which I will do in a separate video, just in case I change it. So I'll do, plus I've got to pull so much out because it's not this lot. And that is hosted by the Yorkshire Stitches, which is a group, and normally they go on retreats together and they have like the meetups at one of the pubs local to him. So yeah, you can join that and take part and roll the dice. There's more information with the, I've got to say this correct because it'll kill me, the Yorkshire Dolly mixtures. And then also Ellie, said it right this time, for the Lover Stitches, she also does it as well, and she's doing hers on samplers, whereas mine's quite a mix. So I will go through all that, and then I'll go through a slight little purchase which has come today, but I won't go through too much. And then I'm going to retreat, not the weekend coming up, the weekend after, and I'll just show you what I'm planning to work on. Planning, and it can change. And then because I've brought this, thanks to a lovely friend, and she knows who she is if she watches, excuse me, this will help me keep track. And I've got all the stitchy goals I have monthly goals, which I'm not going to hit this month. Then each month I have a thing which I can write what I'm working on, which I do need to update. It tells me how much I'm spending. It's got like a monthly tracker. So you just write the name and then just tick off when you've worked on something, which also needs to be updated. So let me take a mouthful. Take a mouthful of this and then I will crack on. And luckily, oh, he's moved. He's not woke up. Oh, no, I can't do it correctly. But yeah, he's in that corner. So let's crack on. I will go through. Where is my list? The Idareyousal. Let's put something on it so that I can sit there and access it. It's not going to work. So I have my first one, which is Chatelaine WatergArden. PG and everything. And I actually love this one. And I really hope to finish it. Come on. Go sit where you were sitting before. So this is where I've got to so far. Minus the cat. So he's going to knock that over. He really doesn't like me filming. Or thinks it's his channel. So all I've got to do really is do these 4 corners. I've got all in here to fill out. And all of them. Come on. And then just a bit of beading. And that should be finished. So no matter what, I am walking out. If I film it with it on the table, he will just knock it. Or Rocky will get his toy and he'll batter the table because he's got a massive thing about doing that when I'm not like paying attention. So no matter where I film, it's just not going to work. If I film in there, it's not the right light. If I film in the spare room, he will scream and scream the house down because he doesn't want me in there. Plus, he likes to sleep with my little girl who's at her nan's. So that's why I took this opportunity. The dog's asleep, so I thought I'll get it in. And no. So he was like, nope. So yeah, one last view of what you can see. So yeah, that will be a finish this year. And there's no point showing you a finished picture because it's nearly almost like that. And that will come up on WipGo as my numbers. Let's have a look. Number 12 and number 19. We then have Winter Fairy by Chatelaine. Now, this was called this month, but I kind of went nuts on this one and finished it. So let me move him out the way. And he's not going to let me. Come on. Oh, the fun of working with animals. Right, you sit on the lap. So this is my finish. And it is absolutely beautiful. So, without him, that's also, I don't know, this is a Zygarde, but I'm not, I think it is, but I'm not sure what colour, and it's 28 count. This, again, I think could be a 28 count, but it's a discontinued one, comes out of Kate's Oddment box. and she said when she looked at it, it's a discontinued colour, so unfortunately you can't get it anymore. But this is the fairy on the top, and then you go to the middle, which is really, really sparkly, and I hated doing these. And then we go to the bottom, and Toby is nudging me, and they're just so pretty. But if I was going to do it again, I wouldn't touch a colour like this. I would go a lot darker. But on the other side, I'm going with this is spring. So that is how far I've done so far. If that makes sense, how much I've done this far. So far. Where's Escape Me? We are on our half term in Staffordshire. So this is day 3 of having children. And they're alive, so I'm winning. They're winning. So that was meant to be number 7 and 11, which were called this month. Then we go on to Death by Cross Stitch, which is also in my daily 30, which is number 1. And this is also WipGo. Let's find them. Number 15 and number 21. And this is what it will look like. So it's a monochromatic one. And I think this is an 18 count, I think. Oh, it's got many stains. I'm not going to lie. And it's a biggie. So, for this one, he just follows me wherever I go. So, it's huge. And it's done on Ada, which I don't stitch on anymore. But it's a really nice Ada. So I'm hoping it's over 50%. And I'm getting there. And it's just done with a DMC colour. So, try again. He just does not want to give up. He's like, Mummy, Mummy, Mummy. I need attention, stop filming. So that was Death by Cross Stitch by Long Dog. Then we have Lizzie Kate Halloween Rules, which will appear, stop, number 22 and number 6. And this is what it'll look like when done. Next time I film Floss Tube, I'm getting a cat sitter. Because, yeah. Because he just won't. If I chuck him in there, he will scream the house down. So this is all done in code for DMC. And then it is a week's dye work for the frame. So I've done all around there. I've got the words at the top. And I've got about 4 more to do. And then add the little charms. Is there anything else? Yeah. So these 4. And then the header. And then that will be done. And this is on a complete and utter mystery. It was brought at the first Mirabilia retreat I went to on a de-stash table, and I couldn't tell you what it was. Only that it smelled really, really vinegary. I hate vinegar. So we then have Act with Birds and Alphabet Sampler, and that will be numbers 20 and 23. This was brought at the Harrogate show back in November. The moment I saw it, I was absolutely knackered and fell in love with it. I was only gone for a coffee. And on the way, I spotted the stall and thought, well, why not have a look? 2 samplers later, I then got my coffee. So this is what it is. And it is absolutely beautiful. And I'm using all the kit. And the threads are absolutely beautiful. They're the threads. I'm not sure what the threads are, and I'm not sure what this is, but it's beautiful. And so far, this is where I've got. So I don't think you would have seen this started. But yeah, I am absolutely loving this one. And it's such a nice little stitch. And I definitely want to get this finished this year. And I think, let me see, have I got it in? No, I've not got it in my roller dice. But regardless, I really, really like it. And it's a really fun, easy stitch. Then we have Bluebeard's Princess, which will be number 5 and number 2. So this could quite aptly come out again at 2 within a month, like Winter Fairy did. And she is absolutely beautiful, but I'm stuck on the hair. I can't get past the hair. And I don't know why. But this is so far. And she's been like this for well over a year. Maybe I should get Shreesa Denkai Designs to finish it for me. I think she could do that. Because I finish his skin for her. So I think she should finish my hair. So yeah, we will get that in. This was it's possibly a 32 count linen from Chromatic Alchemy. And it is perfect. And it's really shown true to life. Then we have Tiny Modernist Haunted House Cell. And I will get a photo up for you. Most people have seen this one. And it is absolutely beautiful. And I started it along with Aileen. And I got so far and I just didn't stitch on it. And I plan to fill all the rooms in. So, let's go Haunted House. Don't you hate it when your phones don't play ball? Because I thought I'd got all the photos, but apparently not. So, this is what it'll look like. And it is beautiful. And the most fun was this moon. And I know a lot of people don't like the moon, like stitching it. But I really enjoyed it. And then, Toby. Then all the pumpkins are meant to be oranges and a few white. And I changed it. So that will be... This is a Chromatic Alchemy again. A 28 count. No, it might be a 32 count. And it is on Fabric of the Month. I couldn't tell you what the actual fabric is called. But this is how far I've got. So we don't get blue pumpkins, as far as I'm aware, in the UK. So I thought, I'm going to have to. And then I decided to do a stripy one. And then still for little faces. This took forever. But yeah, I am planning on filling the rooms out. and making them full coverage. So yeah, I should get that done this year, but I'm not going to promise myself. It is a dream, but I can only do little bits. I don't know what holds me back, but it's what happens. Then we go on to number 8, which is Bella Filipina Luna Mystica. And that is number 3. And it is also, where are you? Number 3. Oh, number 3 and number 4. Again, every chance it could come together. That's for something, which possibly is this. So, over there. So this is what she looks like. And as soon as I saw her, I was like, yep, she has to come to me. And then I was very much like, seeing all the photos and I'm not sure. But now I'm stitching it and I swapped fabrics because I didn't like the previous one. I'm loving it. And this is my funky needle minder. I never finish any. And then this is how far I've got. And it is all water lilies and treasure braid. So can't wait to get that one out. With everything I've got, I'm not sure I'm going to finish it this year. But the hope is I do finish it. Because we're only in February. And I think I finished one so far, which I think is pretty good. Then we go on to Autumn Lane, Dark Queen of the Sea Cell, which I will get a photo up because I really aren't organised. Autumn Lane, Dark Queen of. Is it going to show? Yep. So there were 2 versions that you could have. You could have one with boobies out, or the modest one with boobies covered. Now I have a little boy and a little girl, and I don't think it's most appropriate. So I went with the boobies covered. I stitched the hair and then decided let's add a few beads. And then that led to let's bead the whole hair. And this is on a crafty kitten on a 28 count. And it is an even weave and you can't get her fabrics anymore. And I kept up until this bit, until I was stupid enough to do the hair in beads. And it's really, really dense. Like, that's as far as you can bend it. And then that's so far. So yeah, I went a bit too extra. Oops. So yeah, I'm not starting the 8th one until I finish this one. Even though it's really, really tempting. I'm not going to lie, it's really, really tempting. And Dark Queen will be number 8 and number 18 on WipGo. Then let me take another mouthful. So we then have Snow Queen. Now I am no point showing you a picture because it's nearly done. I'm racing to get this done for next weekend because I want to pass all the stuff to a lovely friend of mine called Jane. Hi Jane, if you watch, which I think you do. And this is on a 28 count opalescence even weave that came as a white, and I stuck it in the washer with a dye pod and turned it purple. So yeah, I'm currently beading all this, and getting it fully beaded. And then when my little girl isn't using the iPad, and then use iBooks to sit and get all this marked off. So yeah, I'm hoping for a finish on that hair. It stopped me from stitching on it because it was just like confetti nightmare. Totally worth it, but confetti nightmare. So yeah, that is stitched with all the core for, except from Whisper. I was not going to use Whisper, so I've just used a treasure braid. And if you want to know what treasure braid, please let me know and I will let you know, because it is buried under all the project bags. So I can't exactly tell you right now. And it was from treasure braid from a haul that I got, where I managed to get a lot of I can't remember what they're called. The same brand that does treasure braid. I got about 400 lots of different type. So it wasn't all treasure braid, but it was in that region of like ribbon, and yeah, there was loads of different stuff. But we'll go into that another day if I feel I need to. Then we have Mirabilia, Mermaid of the Pearls. And that will be, what are you doing? Number 9 and number 24. And this is one that I rescued from a retreat because the lady was going to just bin it. She restarted it and wanted to bin it. And it is out of print. And it's done unneeded. She stitches different way to me. So I've continued her way and she did an amazing job. But this is her so far. He just wants to show you all his bum. So yeah, be grateful it's just Toby, because if Rocky was here, he'd be knocking everything everywhere. But he's tired from the kids. So yeah, basically most of that top is done. It is just downwards. So we will get that finished this year. That is a massive goal of mine and it will get done. Don't care, it will get done. Then we have Mirabilia's Renaissance Mermaid, which will be number 14 and number 25. And this is my last one. And this is her when she's finished. It's using all the cores for, except from this is a 32 count. And it is from Jodrey Fabrics. It was the Christmas box, not last year, year before. And right, either sit with me or stay away. Oh, and this is her so far. So all I have left to do is the skin and a pierce, and then she's got like waves all around, not waves. She's got these. So I'm hoping to have her finished in March. And I can't wait, but she's so heavily beaded. Like all the gaps in this hair, it's all beads. So that's going to be fun. And I'm putting the beads on full cross on the delicates, just because they look a bit nicer. So we then have our daily 30 yearly one. I've already shown Death by Cross Stitch. We then had, now I'm going to have to get a photo up of this one. This next one was Our Forest Embroidery, the Everflow Yes, Ever Flowering Garden. I nearly called it the Everlasting. So, Ever Flowering Garden by Our Forest. So this is what it's going to look like when it's completed. And it is humongous. And this is being stitched on Cafe Ulat, but in a 36 count. I don't think that's meant to be there. And this is how far I've got so far. Tiny, tiny start. And it is my goal to get more of this done, but it isn't get finished. Because she actually cut it to size for me. And you can see how big it's going to be. And I have that tiny little start in all that. Yep. And it's called for DMC. But I'm going the extra mile in using things like Week's Dye Work and other threads I can get my hands on. Then we have Villa Mirabilia by Mirabilia. And this is on a random 28 count Zweigart. I don't know what the actual name of it is. And this is what she'll look like. I actually love that checker dress. And it is definitely an out of print. Right, you need to calm down. It's not the Toby show. And this is how far I've got. And I know I've made a mistake around here. And it's really thrown me out. And if it wasn't for that mistake, I would have probably got most of it done by now. But because of the mistake, I don't particularly want to work on it. But a friend has managed to get her in Pattern Keeper for me. Well, it wasn't for me. She'd already got it in Pattern Keeper. So I got sent the copy. And you can't highlight. You can't search for things, but you can highlight and cross off. Which is why it's in the day of 30, because it means you don't have to count. And then this one is a Haeds, and it's huge. It is called Frozen Memories. It was a limited edition. And the moment we saw it, we were like, wow, that is me. That is a me type chart. And I started it for the 1 year anniversary of my mum passing away. And this is what she'll look like. Minus the cat. And it is, let's have a look, 625 stitches by 851. And it has 531,875 stitches. I've done 7,058. So I'm on 1.33%. And I've worked on it quite a bit recently. So this is the top. And I just want feeling all these very close colours to the fabric. And I've obviously spilt something on my fabric, because it's done that. So I want less boring colours. And I want to go down to the bottom. Let's try and get it to the correct bit, because it's what happens when you decide to go rogue. And I finally got the colour that I'm missing. And this is how much I've done so far. So yeah. And that is 1/1 on 20 count. So that is so far. And I have a hell of a lot more to go. If I ever finish this, I will be amazed. Right, take another sip of my drink. Right, next weekend, not this weekend coming, the following weekend, I'm going to a retreat. And it is with the Yorkshire Stitches. And I think it's up at late. Oh, I'm not going to say it, I might be wrong. But I have a few plans, and I think everyone's plans changed when they found out that Nicola Portman was going to attend as an attendee and do some talks. So everybody decided they were going to bring a Hands Across the Sea, which gave me the perfect chance to restart something I started recently and kind of messed up. And I will explain in a minute. And it is this bad boy. And it is for my little girl, so I think I'm going to add some petite treasure braid to make it like sparkly. So this palace might have some sparkly bits. And yeah, some of the flowers might just be a bit, yeah, it might be a little bit, yeah, it's going to get sparkled up, because why not? So I screwed up. Let me just, my phone's about, just realised I have an alarm set, and if I don't stop it, it goes off and off and off, because it means I have to take some tablets. So I don't want that set up whilst I'm doing this. So I was starting on this. I'd picked the fabric. I was loving the fabric, loving working on it. And then I looked at it and went, that doesn't look right. For once, it's not the colour, which is normally what happens with me. So I go to have a look at what I'm going to stitch it with, like fabric wise, and I choose this lovely, lovely piece. I don't look at this on the size, I look at that. And because it wasn't changed, I didn't think anything of it. Because I am fairly new to hand dyed fabrics, I've only known about hand dyed fabrics for about 5 years now. Never knew they existed, so I'm stitching along, loving it, dead proud of my progress. And then I'm looking, and I'm like, I don't think that's going to fit, because it's a big design. Yep. It had been cut. So when I brought it, they hadn't, like, crossed that off. And yeah, it got cut. So I was a bit gutted. Because I think a 36 by 54 isn't a fat half. I don't think it is. So yeah, if it is, I'm going to have to contact them and just say, so if I continued, I won't have space. But if I do continue, I'll have that much of a border. So I'm not too worried. My throat is still a bit croaky. So yeah, that will be restarted. It just needed the right opportunity. And I might perhaps get people just to make sure. Oh, that needs to go in there. We then have that there. I got told the other night that my favourite designer, Jeremiah Kettner of Haeds Designs, was retiring. So I was like, oh shit. Luckily, I'd brought a mermaid one from him, like in the half price sale. And I then went. And I decided I would start this one at the weekend, which is Let's Go for a Swim. And I might put some stitches at Retreat next weekend. And I just love this designer. And so far, I have 626 stitches with all them hearts. So yeah, I'm getting there. It's mainly a bath time project because when the kids are in the bath, if they get that wet, it's not the end of the world because it's just DMC and it's full coverage. So if it does run a bit, it does man it, which it shouldn't do because I stick all mine in the washing machine. Brave, I know, but I don't mind. Then I started with Laura the Gin Stitcher. This one, it is a series and it's all in one. So it creates this one and it's all speciality stitches. So all the letters, all the speciality stitches. So you've got Algerian eyelets, all those other stuff. So that's going to be very trying. See how I do with that. So we have this, which we did choose, but it's just so like cardboard. And I decided to go a bit wild and pick something completely different. And this was a Jodrie's fabric from her little sale. It is a 28 count. And it is beautiful. And I think it's going to look good, it's going to look different. And it's meant to look elegant. I wanted something really different. And the speciality stitches aren't designed to show up. They're there for like texture and things. So that I don't mind. And then this is my brand new Chatelaine. Surprise, surprise, another Chatelaine. And I will be starting a Chatelaine for my birthday, which is a Gothic ornament in teal. So let's have a look if I can get it up. Let's have a look. I need a good picture to show you. Wait for my internet to update me. So this is a Taj Mahal. I didn't like it until I saw Kerry's stitched up. And I fell in love with it. And I had a bit of spare money. So I went and kissed it all up. I've got one MPI, which I'm waiting for, which my bestie has just ordered me. So it's got a silken colour, and then you have all your petites. Then you have, these are, what are they? Dinky dyes. And it's all pastels, and I love my pastels. So it'll look perfect in this room. Then you have all your water lilies. And then you have MPIs. Now, I used to be the proper believer that why not just stick to DMC, it's cheaper, same effect. And now I'm very much in to just treat yourself. Save up and get the MPIs. You're the softest silk in the world. For me, that is. I just love stitching them. So yeah. So I ordered all the bits for it as a treat. And I brought the fabric, which is a 28 count casual linen in petrol green. And it makes it pop. And this got 9 days. This is 9 days worth of stitching. And I haven't done everything in this, but I had a few areas, so I ripped out some stuff. Then I was waiting for some MPIs, and what I've done is all these is one colour which goes through. So when I'm at retreat and my iPad's died, or I don't really want to concentrate, so after tea I can just fill in, and it's on all 4, and I just think it pops. And all I'm missing is one MPI and the beads of crystals, but this one is definitely one that I want to I want to get finished this year. Will it get done this year? I have no idea, but that is a dream. I want to get my Mermaids finished. Bella Filipina Luna Mystica, I can't see that being finished because I'm getting really distracted with things. Dark Queen the Seas, if there is Miracle and I fancy properly beading, then yeah. Mermaid's Pearls for sure. Renaissance Mermaid definitely. Snow Queen definitely. Haunted House Cell, hopefully, but I might really want to do some Halloween stitching and pull it out anyway. Bluebeard's Princess, if I can get past the hair, definitely. Atkin Beers and Alpha Sampler, I'd love to say yes. Lizzie Kate Halloween Rules, definitely finish that this year. Somebody remind me, because I'm really shit. Mind my language. Long Dog, Death by Cross Stitch, hoping to. WatergArden by Chatelaine. Soon as that gets called on WipGo, unless it's in March, then yeah, that will get finished for sure, and that's already from a Haeds. So, finishes, I had WatergArden, not WatergArden. I had the Winter Fairy, that was finished. Then I finished a model stitch, but when I look to the side, I have haul, which will not take me long. I forgot about them. So this is my Mother's Day haul. Mother's Day is next month, but I've already ordered the stuff outside the money. My husband's giving me the money now. So we have Laura Corbett, J Blue. This is Spring Garden Party Collection for the Pixie Coutures. Now, I will definitely change that and this and that neck. And then I think I'm going to give her shoes. But it's a long way till I can even start that. I got these two for Lily. And my husband says that's like toothless. So we could make that into a toothless if she wanted to. But she's not a massive How to Train Dragon fan. Then, because Lily loves ducks and she has a bear which is upstairs, I think, I got that one to stitch for her. So I can make that into a pillow for her to have in her bed. Then I had, she's got a rabbit and a bear, and she actually loves this bunny. There was one mum got it was the very first one. So it looks a bit like that, because it used to be white, it's too grey. Because we got the normal bunny, when she lost it. Found it in the end. And when we compared them, the new one was white, the old one was grey. It was that loved. So we've got Bear and Bunny going to bed. I didn't show you these, and I can't wait because she's gone up Nanny's and she wasn't there when I opened it. Then Bear and Bunny. And if she really likes this, I will get some more of these because they're really cute, and they're Luca S ones. And I just love how they do them. And it didn't cost me much. And then I have this, which I'm sure if you're watching Aileen and you want to borrow it, of course you can. And it is a beautiful chart. And yeah, I just thought that was really, really cute. And it gives you options, which I love. And I love this. It's very old fashioned, but it's very cute. And when you have small kids, that's the type of thing you want. Then these, I've never seen these before, and I'm definitely not doing them on Ada. Just because I just couldn't get with it. And I like the finish of even weave. So we have these, the DMC Classics. And these are, they're like the storybooks. So we have the Princess and the Pea. Let me move him. This is what I get all the time. He doesn't stop. He is on my lap. He doesn't leave me alone. He has to be cuddled up to me in bed, under the covers. Like having a personal stalk who lives with you. So we have the Princess and the Pea. And I love this. And I just think it's just something nice. It's classic. And if they've got more, I'll get more if I enjoy stitching them. Or if Lily wants to stitch them when she's a bit older and I haven't started them, she's more than welcome. Then you've got the Snow Queen, which is absolutely beautiful. I love this one. I just think it's absolutely beautiful. 9 gas. So if you hear me beeping a tiny bit, I do apologise. And then you have the Little Mermaid, which I actually love. Toby, people don't need to see you all the time. So yeah, I love this. The mermaids and the ship and the beach. It's just really, really pretty. Oh no, that's not a beach, that's underwater. So yeah. I think my little girl will probably pick this one first, because she loves mermaids. And then I reckon she wants me to stitch that one. And then that one. But I do have lots of other plans, so we'll see what she says when she sees them. So, as I was saying, take another little sip of my drink. It's probably cold by now, but... And yeah, I did ditch the hat for a while. But it's either I can't be bothered to brush my hair, which it does happen, or it's just so cold. It keeps my head warm. Right now we're going through a cost of living crisis, and I've got my own little issues happening, which nobody needs to know about. So it means I am reluctant to turn my heating on. And it is cold, but not like you can see breath cold. So the first finish I'm going to show you is my model stitch. And I think this is circle number 1 by Chatelaine. So this can be brought from Hawkins Hobbies. And what she's doing is done as an entry level chatelaine. So you get your beads and your crystals, you get your DMC, and then you get your water lilies and all like the Glorianas and things like that. You also get your petite treasure braids as well. But anything other than that, She subs out for DMC, making it more affordable, and it's not a massive commitment. But if you did want it where you have all the speciality threads, I'm sure she will do it. But I learnt to do my Jessica stitches correctly. And when I say correctly, you took them all in. And Nicola from Be Crafty Bags actually taught me. And I much appreciated that one. We'll just see if I continue with that one, hopefully. Right, now, that's got to go back to Zarina. Now, first one I will show you, I've got some finishes. The first one is my Chatelaine Blue Moroccan Lace. Ignore the mess that you can see. And the cat who just has to be in every single shot. And if you watch TikTok, it's like having Chelsea the art with you. Doesn't go away. So yeah, I actually love that. And that went to Harrogate Show. And that is done at my local framers. So it didn't take too long to come back. And just sparkle on it. And that sits in my kitchen. Well, in the dining area of the kitchen. And people can see that as they walk past. As I didn't realise, but I don't think people are going to be looking into my house. Then we have my Jeremiah Ketner Haeds, which you've seen up there, but not up personally. And this was done, and everyone who's following my channel will know this one. This was done on 20 count, easy guide or easy grid, 1/1. And it is absolutely beautiful. And she hangs up behind me now. So yeah, she's one of my favourites. So we'll put that one there. Then my friend Francis, which a lot of people know him because he's on a lot of stitching groups, did this for my little girl. He let us pick whichever one we wanted out of what he finished. And I picked this one, and then my little girl, I let her loose with Serena and Robert, and she picked, he's really annoying me. She picked these colours. And she absolutely loves this, and she can't wait to get it up on her wall. But it's been in the downstairs wall for a while. So yeah, she had that as a birthday present. And it came out really, really nice. So I'm very impressed with that one. And that was framed at Hawkins Hobbies, along with my Haeds. And if you want to stitch that one, the Haed, you need to get onto the Haeds website, because as the 1st of March, you will never be able to get them designs again. Now, this one I got today. I went with my dad and picked it up, and I actually love it. And loads of people know I finished this one. And 1 minute it was like half done, next it was completed. And we have Evening in the Park by Chatelaine. And it is absolutely beautiful. And this frame is so soft. Soft and light, it's got a soft feel. I wonder if it will be my screenshot. But yeah, I actually love this. And I am very pleased with it. I can't have art glass or museum glass because of the children. And my little girl hasn't seen it yet. But it's huge. And yeah, I'm absolutely in love. This was done on a 28 count even weave called Coloris from Chromatic Alchemy. And yeah, I absolutely love this. So yeah, that's about it. I'm going to do another video just showing what I'm going to do for my roll the dice. And then when I come back from the Yorkshire stitches, if I haven't done it by then, I will get this out and tell you what I've been working on since we last spoke. But yeah, thank you for watching and thank you for putting up with the cat. And now I'm near enough finished. Where's the cat to be seen? Nowhere. Like generally, they do it every single video. Like Rocky is actually KO'd right there and hasn't moved, which is a miracle. And then now he knows that I'm showing these and he doesn't need to show his face. He's gone. Can't make it up. But at least my little girl hasn't kept showing her appearance because she will. Come and come and come. But what can you do? But yeah, thank you for watching if you've got up to this point. And thank you for admiring. And if you want to stitch a chatelaine and you're stuck and they terrify you, don't be terrified. One stitch at a time and we will help you. My inbox is always open. Find me on Instagram. Message me if you need talking through. There are tons of us. Nadine at Naz X Stitch is one of my best friends, along with Aileen. All my other close friends, Laura. Nadine's done a talk through on her chatelaine. And what, just like a talk through. So check her out. Oh, here he comes. Thank you, Auntie's toilet. He had a potty break. But yeah, there's lots of support out there. There's Chatelaine retreats, which are based in the UK. Come along to one of them and people will talk you through it. There are UK-based companies that will help you kit them up. Join at Hawk and Hobbies will help you. You can buy kits from European Cross Stitch. You can buy the stuff from different shops. But it is a lot harder. It really is. And to get your chart, get off that. To get your charts, you get them from the Chatelaine website itself. chatelaine.de.com, possibly. I could be very wrong. I think I'm very wrong. But if you look for Chatelaine, you'll find it. But yeah, just start one. They're worth it. They're worth getting all the silks, worth getting the MPIs. They are a pure joy. They are a luxury if you can afford. Dive in. If you can't, save up. And if you're stuck on fabric choices, there are so many people who will help you. And also, if you find the Chatelaine Gallery, they show loads and loads of finished chatelaines and you can get inspiration that way. Right, I'm now wittering on. And Toby's getting in my lap and he's peeking through. So I'm going to love you and leave you guys, and hopefully I won't be too long to the next one. Right, bye guys. Thank you for watching.